Sugar Bee, you ready to learn how to make cream soup? Alrighty then, let's go put our hair up, wash our hands, put on an apron, and I'll meet you in the kitchen. Now that we got our hands washed, our hair up, got our apron on, like my new apron, let's talk about cream soup. So cream soup is super important to have in your pantry stock. It can be used in a ton of things like casseroles, sauces. You could just eat it like with some crackers. You used to love that when you were a kid. So I'm going to teach you how to make cream soup that is shelf stable. Now I'm calling it cream soup, not like cream of mushroom or cream of celery or cream of chicken, because the basic recipe can be varied to suit your needs. So what you need to start out with is a clean jar. I'm using a quart jar. The recipe makes a quart. So, and I've labeled the top of it. That way I know what it is later in the pantry. Also, you can use just about any kind of jar. Leftover, like if you had bought canned jarred spaghetti sauce, you could save the jars. You can't can in those, like in a pressure canner or water bath, but you can use them for food storage. So if you have just like a mayonnaise jar or something like that, that'll work great too. Just make sure you wash it good and sterilize it. You need a funnel. Now, this is a canning funnel. You can get these just about anywhere. But if you're going to be canning, I would suggest you buy one of the kits that comes with all the canning stuff. But if you look at like Goodwill or thrift stores, you usually can find these for really cheap. I like the metal ones better, but this is the one I have on hand today. So the ingredients that go in our cream soup, the base ingredients are 2 cups of dry milk and 1.5 cups of cornstarch. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our jar, put our funnel on, and we're going to add in these ingredients into the jar, because I feel like you could mix this in a bowl, but I feel like it's easier to mix in the jar and it makes less of a mess. So you're going to add your ingredients in, and you're going to tilt them in slowly because they will send powder everywhere. See, there's still a little bit of powder coming off. I don't know if you can see that. So 2 cups of powdered milk. This is non-fat dry milk. You can use powdered whole milk as well, which is really good. And then 1.5 cups of cornstarch. Be careful with the cornstarch because it'll powder too. Send powder everywhere. We're just adding that to this jar. Some of it don't want to come out. There we go. Alrighty. Now we're going to tap this off. Make sure everything gets down in there. Alright. Now, to make this soup a specific flavor would depend on what ingredients that you're going to add to it. So on this lid, I've done cream of chicken. This one's going to be cream of chicken. So Dad and I ran out of all the cream soups. So I'm making cream of chicken right this minute. So in that, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of chicken bouillon, and I use the Knorr. I like it better. So you're just going to add that in. I'm going to tap our jar down a little bit so everything gets down in there. There we go. Everybody in the pool. And then you're going to add 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now the black pepper you can put however much you like. Dad likes his a little bit spicier, so I usually put a teaspoon in. Do not add salt to cream of chicken because the bouillon is heavy on salt, so you don't want to add any more salt to that. So we're just going to scoop these in here. Alrighty. And then you just simply put the lid on and shake it around. And this will take a little while to get shaken. This is a great job for when you're just watching TV or something. You can just shake it around. Maybe you're waiting on something to boil on the stove. You can just shake it around. Plus, it's a great workout. All right. So once you get that all shaken up, it's ready to go. I'm going to show you how to make the other two kinds as well. Now, I've already measured the ingredients into the jars, the dry powdered milk and the cornstarch are already in these jars. So to these jars, we are going to add the ingredients to make cream of mushroom soup. So in cream of mushroom soup, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of powdered mushrooms, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, I use cream of mushroom soup more in casseroles and sauces, so I put less pepper in it, but you could put more if you wanted. And we're just going to add those ingredients to the jar. Sorry, that was kind of loud. Shake all that off into the jar. Add the lid. And shake. Mom, where did you get mushroom powder? Well, that's the cool thing, is you can powder just about any vegetable there is. So this mushroom powder is made from dehydrated portobello mushrooms that I dehydrated and then just ground them down in my spice grinder to a powder. It works great because you can use the powdered mushrooms in lots of things. And powdered vegetables are great for that. And we can do a video on how to powder vegetables. So there's our cream of mushroom. And the last one is going to be cream of celery. So again, my jar's already got the ingredients in it. And into the cream of celery goes a 1/4 cup of celery powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, about a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and about a teaspoon of salt. So the celery powder is the same. I dehydrated celery and whirled it around in my spice grinder to get the powder. You just add it to the jar and shake it up. And you want to make sure your ingredients are mixed in together good. Just shake, shake, shake until it's all mixed up. All right, and there you go. Now I have cream of celery soup, cream of mushroom soup, and cream of chicken soup. Now, each one of these quarts will make the equivalent of 12 cans of the soup. So 12 cans of cream of chicken, 12 cans of cream of mushroom, etc. So, great, Mom. You showed us how to make cream soup that's shelf stable, but how do we use it? Super easy. In a small pot, you add 1 cup of water and 1/3 cup of your powder. And then you just stir it, cooking it until it is nice and thick. And then you're ready to use it. And you can use it in, like I said, lots of applications. You can just eat it in a bowl of soup. You can use it in casseroles. You can use it in sauces. So I hope this helps you guys. It's a lot of fun to do this kind of stuff. I love that I'm able to make stuff and keep it on the shelf and not have to worry about shopping at the store. And with things disappearing from store shelves today, it's a good idea to know how to make these things yourself. All right, Sugar Bee, you know I love you. Bye.